Okay, everybody, welcome back to another episode of the Bonus Point. Glad to have you all back. First of all, I want to start by apologizing for being a little bit late to this video. I know we missed the video on Tuesday, but unfortunately, life happens, alright? So we just gotta pretend like that didn't happen. I don't hear nothing about it. I we just gotta move on with the Tuesday episode. I hope this one can be a good one. And yeah, hope you all enjoy. So let's just go straight into it. Today, what I plan to do is basically run through some of the last minute transfers that happened in the league. We know that deadline day was about 2 days ago, 3 days ago, whatever it was by now. I want to discuss some of those transfers because we have a lot of new players coming into the game and coming into the league, and I want to talk about how that can affect things for us. And the second thing that I want to do is I just want to go through my team from game week 1 to 3. I can't make it real brief, real quick. But I just realized I haven't really showed my team too much, and it's not really that I want to show it off, but I mean, I had to do the regular thing and show you on my side too, right? So we gonna dive straight into it right now. So on screen, you should be seeing a big graphic with 3 teams. Okay, that's just my personal team from game week 1, 2, and 3. In game week 1, I believe in previous videos I already ran through how I started off, but I just gotta give like the overview here, okay? So as you can see from game week 1 to 2, I decided to make a transfer from Gundogan to Son. And in hindsight, I think it was a decent move. It's just unfortunate that what happened is they both blanked in game week 2 and then they both scored in game week 3. So to be honest, okay, maybe it could have been a transfer wasted, but at the time, Son was kind of on fire and he was having good games as well. And City was just rotating so much. So it seemed like a good transfer to make at the time. In hindsight, though, I kind of wish I didn't make that transfer. But so it does go. And then we could also see that I managed to get 2 out of my 3 captains correct. Game week 2 was the only time a captain blanked, but aside from that, Salah in game week 1 scored and got a couple assists. And then Son in game week 3 scored and got some bonus points as well. So really happy about that. I think I was also kind of lucky that in game week 2 when my captain blanked, the other popular captain also blanked, which is Bruno Fernandes. Talking about Bruno Fernandes really quickly, you're going to see that I did not have him in my team. And to be honest, when FPL now started in game week 1, it looked like I was in for some rough times choosing to not have Bruno. But I think it kind of evened out over the 3 game weeks, and he had 3 goals in 3 games, kind of similar to Mason Greenwood. I went for Greenwood instead of Fernandes. Hats off to you if you had both, so that's just excellent team building right there. But for me, I had Greenwood instead of Fernandes. I think it kind of worked out in the end for me. I will say I got a little bit lucky because some of Greenwood's goals been lucky, but I'll also say that's division, right? So yeah, whatever. Aside from that, I've been pretty happy with how I started the FPL season. This is about the most consistent that I've ever managed to be at the start of the season. You're gonna see that I've been above average all 3 times and well above average, might I add, and I managed to be above 70 points every single game week for the first 3 weeks. So I'm not trying to boast, I'm just trying to say that I'm kind of happy that this is the best that I've ever started FPL. Not really in terms of rank, but in terms of consistency. Okay, so enough about that. That is how I started the first 3 game weeks. If you would like to show me how you started the first 3 game weeks, just, I don't know, DM some pictures on Instagram or something, and I'll put it up in the next video, okay? I feel like none of y'all just ever take my one, but one day somebody actually gonna do it. So yeah, message us on Instagram, send in a question, send in your 3 teams so far, and yeah, I'll put it up in the next video and talk about it. But if it's real shit, don't send it in, okay? Alright, moving on now. On screen, what you're going to see is you should be seeing some of the new transfers that came in on deadline day and a little bit before deadline day as well. These aren't all the transfers, but these are just the ones that I think are interesting, and these are the ones that I want to talk about. I feel like these are the guys that could be a little eye-catching, and these are guys that some of us might be trying to bring into our team right now, especially name number 1 on the list, So let's just start it off with Cristiano Ronaldo. Ronaldo is back at Manchester United and he's into the FPL app at 12.5 million. Obviously, as I just said, he's going to be playing for Manchester United. Unless he was living under a rock or living out of space, you should know that this happened by now. So my thoughts on Ronaldo. Alright, first of all, how does this affect the players around him? 1 second. Damn, yeah. COVID protocols, right? Anyway, how does this affect the players around him? I think it's going to negatively affect Bruno. The reason for that is because if Ronaldo takes the penalties away from Bruno, then I no longer think Bruno is worth 12.1 or 12, how much ever he is right now. I just can't see it. We're talking about a player that scored like 9 goals from open play last season, and he's worth 12 million. Yeah, I personally can't see it. I know he started the season with a hat-trick, but again, I have my own opinion about that. I don't think that he's going to be getting into the box as much with Ronaldo occupying that space in the box, you know. I also think Ronaldo is going to become the focal point of the attack. Maybe Fernandes might get some more assists than he's accustomed to, but I really don't think he's going to live up to the same amount of goals that he scored last season, especially if Ronaldo takes the penalties from him. Now let's talk about Ronaldo. Listen, this guy is going to score a lot of goals. I won't be surprised if he scores like 20 goals for the season. United wins a lot of pens. He should be taking them, and he's our boss at taking pens. And he should also become the focal point of that attack. Ronaldo is also pretty good at stat padding against the smaller teams. I'm not trying to make that sound like a negative thing, because a lot of us use that as a negative thing. But for FPL, that's actually pretty good. I honestly think Ronaldo should be on to score a lot of goals. Am I going to get him now? Personally, I'm not. But I don't want to dissuade anyone from going and getting him right now, because that game against Aston Villa, he should be off to a flying start. We're talking about Aston Villa has already been a weak defense so far this season, and they're going to have to be playing without the boss himself, Emi Martinez. I think all the signs point towards, you know, Ronaldo scoring on the day. I don't even think he's a bad captain. If you want to go and get him, do it. It's just for my team. It doesn't make that much sense, okay? Moving on now, Kudzuma has signed to West Ham, and he's 5.4 million. That's because he was already at Chelsea. Now, at 5.4, actually, let's start off with Zuma himself, okay? I think this guy is always going to be a good FPL asset. He's playing in a good West Ham defense. I know they haven't been too good so far throughout the start of the season, but I really think Moyes and the boys are going to pick that up. I think Zuma is going to be 100% nailed on to start most of the games, if not every game. And we know about the area threat. He scored 5 goals last season. West Ham, in my opinion, play even like more than Chelsea for the centre backs to score, and Zuma is very good at scoring, basically. I think he's gonna score a decent amount of goals, a lot for a centre back. It's just that at 5.4, for me, it might turn out to be a little bit expensive, because if you look on one side, we have Vladimir Kufal, who is 5.0 and has been attacking a lot more and has been putting up a lot better XA numbers than he did last season. And then you have Aaron Cresswell, who is on all the set pieces and has, I don't know, a wand of a left foot. And he's basically the same price as Zuma, just 0.1 extra. So it's for those reasons that I'm just not sure if we should go for Zuma or if we should go for one of the fullbacks. Personally, I don't want it looking for me like I would prefer to go for one of the fullbacks, but Zuma will be scoring a lot this season, and I'll understand if you want to go for him, but that's just my 2 cents on it. I kind of divided here. The next one is going to be Hudson Edouard. If you don't know Edouard, you're going to find out real soon. He signed for Crystal Palace. He's a French striker, came from Celtic. He is a baller. He is very good, a very complete striker. My only issue is Crystal Palace sucks. They haven't really been scoring much goals. Even last season, they weren't really scoring much. It's not looking too good with Patrick Vieira at the helm. I'm not so sure what to say. I think Edouard should be starting at least, especially since he's a new striker coming in and hopefully supposed to solve some of the attacking problems. I think that's why he's going to be starting. He doesn't have much competition there because the other strikers aren't scoring at the moment. It's just, he is a good player. I don't believe in that team. I'm not too sure if he's going to be scoring a lot of goals. But at 6.5, if he does manage to catch some form, I think it will be a good guy to go and get. For for now, I just had to put it down as a one to watch. Honestly, if it was not him and if it was an unknown player, he would not even be on this list. But because it's him, because we know that he is a good striker, he is a good finisher actually, and he's pretty all-rounded, to be fair. That's the only reason why I had to put him on this list and talk about him a little bit. So I'm leaving him as one to watch. Don't go and get him right now. Let's see his first game at least, okay? Emerson Royal signed to Tottenham Hotspur. He came into the game at 5.0, signed from Barcelona. I'm a Barcelona fan, so I've been seeing Emerson. I also watch that league, so I've been seeing him at Betis. I think he's a good player. I think he's a good right back. He's a bit of a complete right back. He could attack, he could defend. He's complete. I think Tanganga is done. I think Emerson should be starting at right back. This team has been keeping a lot of clean sheets so far. You know, we're talking 3 out of 3 clean sheets in the league so far. So just based on that alone, Emerson should be, once he's starting, should be a good guy to target. He's pretty attacking. And yeah, and he's playing a good team and they have some good fixtures coming up. I mean, all the signs point towards Emerson. The only problem is that there is, at left back, Reguilon, who's just 5.1. Okay, so just 0.1 more than Emerson. Almost guaranteed to start, whereas Emerson still has to, first of all, prove himself because he's a new player into a new team. And he has to complete with Japhet Tanganga. So, those things, you know, are stuff that we have to consider. Whereas, on the other side with Reguilon, nailed, usually fit, probably a better attacker than Emerson is. Maybe not as good defensively, but he's a pretty good attacker. For me, that's the only reason why I won't go for Emerson, and I'll probably go for Reguilon instead. He's a known quantity. You know what you're going to get with him. Emerson, he's more new to the league. Let's at least look and see. I'm going to put him down as a one to watch. But I think that he's playing in a good team, and I think he's a good player, so it looks pretty promising so far. We're going to talk about Tomiyasu now, who, if you don't know him, he's a Japanese right back / centre back that just signed for Arsenal. The reason that I'm putting him in is because I don't think Arsenal are going to get relegated this season, okay? Which means that they're going to have to, you know, pick it up at some point. Whether that's with or without Arteta, I don't know. And personally, I don't really care. Tomiyasu should be playing right back in this team. And he's only 4.5 mil. Arsenal have some brilliant games coming up. And yeah, I honestly think Tomiyasu is a good one to look out for. You don't have to go and get him now, but I do think that he's going to be one that we should at least be looking out for. Again, he's going to be playing in a team that I expect to pick up the pace at some point, which means clean sheets, assists if he's playing at right back. He should be starting. Okay, there's not too much competition right now at right back, especially since Bellerin just left, and the price looks right. So definitely someone that I'll keep my eye on. Let's see if he's starting. Let's see how much competition there is at right back. Let's see if he's even playing right back or centre back. Because if he's playing at centre back, I'm gonna say let's not even bother with this guy. But at right back, he was looking nice for one of the big teams, and 4.5 should be starting as a wing back. It looks good to me. Okay, so let's at least look at it. Let's not write it off. I understand there's a lot of stuff going on with Arsenal right now, but they're not going to get relegated. Okay, they're going to have to pick it up at some point, and let's just look and see. And then finally, Dan James, who moved from Manchester United to Leeds. Honestly, I think this is a pretty good transfer for James. I think that he's a very energetic player, and Bielsa loves that. I think he fits into the system pretty well. The only thing is that based on merit, he should not be starting over Jack Harrison. And he's definitely not going to start over Rafinha. So we're just going to have to wait, look, and see how Bielsa actually plans on playing him. You understand? At the moment, I don't think he's going to be starting. But we're really going to have to wait and see. 6.0, so about the same price as Jack Harrison. Personally, now this is just my opinion, I think he could get more FPL points than Harrison if he was to actually play. Harrison himself kind of has a slow start to the season so far. You know, he hasn't scored yet. I'm not sure if he has any assists. It's just not looking too good. It's not that he's having a bad game, but Leeds on a whole, I don't know, they kind of been struggling in the attack. Dan James is so quick and a very hard worker. I think it kind of fits the system pretty well, and if he manages to take Harrison's spot, or if somehow just gets into the team and becomes kind of nailed on, I think he'll be a good one to have. But for now, I don't think you should be running down Dan James. Okay, let's just look and see Usually, sorry, I forgot to mention this, but usually when BSL signs a player, it takes like at least a few weeks before that guy, first of all, gets up to fitness, learns the system, and then is actually trusted to start playing. We saw it with Rafinha last season, and I think we'll see the same thing with Dan James this season, where they sign him, he doesn't start off the bat, but eventually works his way into the team, if that's Bielsa's plan. Okay, so we're going to have to wait and see. I know I've been saying that for almost everyone except for Ronaldo so far, but that is kind of how it is. I hope that I gave you all enough of my opinion. I hope that I explained it well enough. And yeah, that actually wraps up the video for today. I have plans to spit out another video for this weekend, so I'm not gonna make you all wait till quite Tuesday. Also, it's kind of boring this weekend since there's no prem, so I don't really know what to say about that. But hopefully you'll have a next video to watch this weekend, alright? The plan for this weekend will be to just give a recap from game week 1 to 3. It should be a pretty short video. And yeah, just something to put out there, alright? So thanks for coming out, everybody. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave any questions in the comments. I'll get back to y'all. And until this weekend, goodbye.